Brian.
Pigeon, 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 pigeon. Pigeon, 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 pigeon.
Okay,
Pigeon,
okay.
pigeon, pigeon.
Shh, hush now, child, hush. The GM.
This is a mic test for the mic and the volume as well, so I'm just speaking to you guys about things.
Very nice. I'm gonna have to increase yours. Okay, there we go.
Mine?
No, mine. Yours, yes. What? I mean on my end, yeah.
How?
How?
No, I said wow.
Oh. Wow.
Okay.
Oh no. Why is it not showing now? Oh.
She's a tech wizard.
I'm not. This thing is screwing with me. When it usually doesn't. How dare you?
Brian, your mother is a tech wizard.
Ryan, help your mom.
Okay, what is it?
I cannot capture the video. I cannot capture the
like-
window, which is so weird.
Do you have it linked to your Discord?
No, I link already. That's the thing. That's the thing.
delink it and instead do it for your entire window if you cannot do it for Discord. But just watch out if it's your entire window. If you shrink it, then they'll see your desktop.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Just keep it on Discord lah. Actually, yeah, that's easier said than done.
Choto.
Maybe restart the application.
Okay, I'm gonna do something like that, and then this. Yes, I did it. Okay, we're good. I did it.
Yay!
Hurrah!
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Oh, by the way, speaking of IT, I found out the problem to my computer wasn't actually the CMOS battery, it was the entire power supply.
Dead.
I think it was either A, dust accumulation because I never cleaned my
Ew.
PC unit for 2 years, or B, short circuit.
Short circuit. Just change it to be safe.
Yeah, but I changed it.
Okay,
The power
good.
supply.
Good.
Okay.
But then my
So-
friend was saying that there was a lot of dust.
Are you guys ready then?
Yes.
I'm prepared to lose my mind!
How are we starting this even?
Water.
By starting. How do we get introduced?
Hello everyone, it's
Did you already
Brian!
start that thing?
It's live right now.
Oh, wonderful.
It's okay.
Thank you for capturing that.
It's okay. I captured my my incompetence too.
Hi
Good.
everyone,
That
it's
means
Brian.
that we are going to play some Warhammer 40k Dark Heresy. And for everyone who does not know what that means, we are in the 41st millennium, a grim dark future in which humanity has scattered across the galaxy, settled other planets, but also faced its fair share of threats from within, without, and beyond the demon-infested space that is called the Warp, that makes traveling between distant stars possible in the first place, but also very dangerous at times. And our player characters are all acolytes of the Empress Holy Inquisition, a special institution within the Imperium to weed out any corruption that might threaten mankind between the myriads of stars. in the dark vastness of space. You all have been on a ship bound for Scintilla. So you know each other for a few weeks of warp travel by now. Getting used to that might be hard because warp travel means also constant shenanigans, whispers and dreams of the entities just pressed against the Gala field, protecting you from the chaos and the demons outside. And we will start with introducing our acolytes with you, Akka. So describe who Julius is and what the other two would know about him at this point.
Julius is this not regular, he looks like a regular guy with like a undercut hair that he needs to make sure it stays that way. He has this kind of thin frame glasses with a tiny chip at the bottom, and he doesn't have facial hair because he likes to keep it clean. And he has a, is there another word for like how doctors would look like? Yeah. Mhm. And he looks very tired. Very tired. That is all I wish to say at the moment. You'll just see him sitting somewhere, minding his own business.
Okay, so that is Julius, our Medicae of the group, who might be taking care of their wounds, if they sustain any. And we continue with Dion, who's playing Xanthia. Go ahead.
So Xanthia is sorry, I'm still trying to decide on the look. Let's say kind of like short woman, quite young, possibly in her like 20s. Have some scars on her face, her arms, from her previous jobs, and she has brown hair, darker skin tone. Her brown hair, the tip is deep blue, and she have those skin plants, which are like crystal-based tattoos across her arms, and lilac contact lenses, and grin on her face most of the time. The kind that's like the kind of bloodthirsty grin. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not really good at describing, so.
I mean, the bloodthirsty grin is very 40k, so I approve. And that is our Feral Worlder assassin of the group, who's carrying around a big warhammer she can smack people with. And the last one would be Brian's character, Kimbria.
Kimbria is an albino with thin blonde hair. Her skin complexion's really pale and white with blood red eyes. So she looks kind of very out of place sometimes, especially with her long black robes. But knowing that she's people find her disturbing because of religious over zealousness. She's really religious, let's just say that, when it comes to the Inquisition and the light of the Emperor, especially. Let's just say she's a religious nut in more ways than one, and it's because she was that's because she is a Voidborn who is doesn't have the best reputation in all of space.
Definitely not in all of space, because most people wouldn't know where she even came from. But yeah, it tells you a lot if she is considered a religious zealot in the Imperium, where everyone is just expected to hail the God Emperor, so she is definitely up there with some of the more radical elements of the ecclesiarchy, the Imperial Church. Okay. As previously stated, on a ship headed for Scintilla, where you were supposed to be taken in by the Inquisition. You haven't been an acolyte for long. And it would have been so until a message came in. There have been problems on Severus Secundus, a mining world as far as you know. And you have been dispatched to respond to it. So, being bound for Scintilla or no, you are now in a lander shuttle headed for the planet surface, and with you sits this heavily scarred woman, dark skin, one eye, milky white, her lips furled into this perpetual snarl, who looks you over. So you're the acolytes?
Yes.
For one true
Hey.
majesty.
Julius
Well.
gives a side eye.
Well, you have probably heard that there are problems on Severus Secundus. You're supposed to take care of it. A recent uprising would have been nothing of note. Guard was sent in to take care of it. But there have been goings-on. Squads have been missing, looking at one of the more prominent mines. Gorgonet, to be exact. They've went missing, looking in there, and ordered the mine sealed shut and a quarantine for the entire region. This could imperil the entire sector's economy. And we would have liked to respond in a more concise manner, but you are the only assets in range. So it's your job now. Any questions, acolytes?
I don't think so.
Did we get going already?
We're on our way to the surface. The question is, do you need any more information?
What else can you give us?
I just gave you what I've been handed. It's not like we have much of an information structure on Secundus, or we wouldn't send untrained acolytes. Can tell you should probably talk to the commissar in charge of the guard. Listen around to find out what happened in the mines, then check them out.
And rescue them, I'm assuming?
Losing your life in service of the Emperor is a blessing. If you find anyone alive, bring them back from the darkness of the tunnels, but we need to see if corruption has already grabbed hold of their minds.
Okay.
We're still clear.
Sorry, can we, out of character, do I... Who are the people that we can talk to?
As she said, the commissar who is down there, who is taking care of most of the business for Imperial Guard battalions.
How do I
They're
spell
also
that?
the ones like commissar, Commissar.
Okay.
They were also the one taking care of rigorous discipline and adhering to the rules, meaning they are also the one who will give you a bolt shell to the back of the neck if you behave in any way heretical.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely the one who makes sense. With your Tactica Imperialis, words are hard sometimes. You would also know, as Xanthia would also, that you could talk to the sergeant who probably led those squads into the mines, if they are still alive. And that is the most things. You can, of course, just talk to the regular troopers around.
What are they mining for?
They are mining for combinations of ores that are important in all sorts of building projects.
Okay.
From spaceships to building foundation of hive buildings.
Mm-hmm.
And you know that a hive can be half a planet, so it's definitely something that's needed.
Okay.
Xanthia, you would also know, because you have been with the Imperial Guard before being taken into the Inquisition services recently, that sealing off the mine and just putting up a quarantine does not seem like standard procedure. So if those were just some heretics or rebels, you would just send in more guardsmen to kill them.
So, anyone you guys want to talk to before we go smashing?
I mean, you're still on the lander. First, you will land near the encampment of the 97th Battalion that was sent into the mines.
So what does the head guard look like?
You see your companion raise an eyebrow. Look for the coat and the cap. You will definitely find out who the commissar is. As for anyone else, you would need to ask around. It is not hard to find anyone who has certain skills. And as she says that, the lander touches down on the frozen grounds of Zephyrus Secundus, and you see, just down a small ridge where you landed, the encampment of the 97th Battalion, a sea of tents dotted around a freezing valley, some steam vents from the mines below belch forth violet clouds of gas. You can actually smell the stench up here. And beyond the camp, you see the mountainside covered by ice and a sprawl of different pieces of the mining effort. And as you are exiting the lander, your one-eyed companion nods. You should know that failure will not be tolerated. The Emperor protects. And with saying that, you would have the shuttle just start up again.
I'm gonna go and look for the head guard.
You don't have a head guard. But who are you? What are you guys doing now?
I'm gonna disembark from the ship. And what do I see outside?
As I just described, down the ridge, you see this panorama over the tents dotted around from the actual encampment. You see sprouting all over these steam vents down from the mines, probably. And you see the mountainside behind it, where you can see that there's definitely a lot of mining effort, a lot of industry built into that.
Are there any nearby or soldiers we could talk to?
I'm still asking if you want to enter the camp.
Oh, yeah.
As I said, you were on a ridge where you landed, because landing in the middle of a camp with people running around is not a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
And even though a lot of 40k plans are not smart, they're not that dumb, mostly.
Right. Okay, yeah. I would attempt to make way for the camp. Towards the camp, yeah.
Okay. I just assume the other two are also following.
Might as well just get going. Get this over and done with.
I'll agree with that.
Okay, so
Similar
you
strokes. Yeah.
so you make your way down the ridge, and you now hear a screech in the distance and see, turning around the perimeter of the camp, a walker unit. So a huge metal beast with a mounted gun, heavy gun inside of it. And enter the camp proper, where you see guardsmen sitting in front of their tents, some of them taking care of their equipment, some just huddling around fires trying to keep warm. And you also see a young man running towards you, reddish brown hair, the uniform a little bit too big, carrying a las gun over his shoulder, and stopping in front of you, doubling over.
So, you're the reinforcements, right? Who've used the Inquisitor?
Is he saluting
Am
us
I
or
am I
character?
supposed to know who the Inquisitor is?
You wouldn't know who your Inquisitor is because you have not been assigned one. As I said, you're new acolytes. You haven't even done a job for the Inquisition yet.
We're
But it seems he thinks one of you is an Inquisitor, as he gets up and salutes you.
I put his arm down. We're just acolytes.
See his facial expression almost freeze over.
I thought we get, the full force of the Holy Ordos that are back here. But you're probably really good at what you're doing, right?
Depends.
Yes.
Who are you?
Private Edwin Yuns. And he salutes again.
He puts his arm down again.
Sorry. It's just, we don't get too many visitors on this rock, and having someone from the actual Inquisition. I mean, you mostly don't see you guys coming. It's you just swipe through the shadows and then you're there, striking and then vanishing without a trace, right?
That would be ideal, but as you can see, it's not. We're here. Are you here to brief us, or are you here to just run into us?
He's scratching his patchy, stubbly beard.
You're not nice.
And at that point, you just hear from the side. Private! How often did I tell you? Return to your post immediately. You've not been relieved of duty.
Sir, yes, sir.
He salutes, gives you another look, and then runs off towards the mountains. And approaching you is a square-jawed, heavy-set, huge guy, head shaven, dark blue tattoo right on his scalp showing the Aquila. One of the holy imperial symbols, and he has this rather disturbing metal rod with just some attachments on it instead of a right arm. So, who are you?
We're acolytes from the Inquisition.
You're the one in charge here?
Well, Sergeant Reynard. Heard you are just acolytes, so sorry I'm not going to salute you.
I feel better without the saluting. Pain in the ass.
Well, mind your manners around here, soldier. There is still a hierarchy to be upheld.
You know the Emperor will like that when we swear, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Honey, I don't think the Emperor gives a flying fuck about us swearing as long as we keep killing those damn heretics. But you want to know who's in charge around here, huh?
That would be good information.
Well, you can... And he points to the center, to the heart of this makeshift camp, and at a large tent bearing the Imperial Killer in silver. Go to the commissar's tent. He's the one taking care of this stuff.
Right. Thank you for your help. You are?
As I said, Sergeant Reynard.
Sergeant Rayner. Thank you. And who might the
May the Emperor bless you.
other guy be? Your private.
Think he introduced himself, but no one of import. Just another guardsman, as we all are, doing his duty for Holy Terror and the Emperor. Someone who should stick to his fucking post.
Right. Thank you for your time. I will not take any more. We'll make our way to the commissar.
And at that point, we could also just get used to how rolling for skills works, so you can all roll on scrutiny.
Scrutiny.
Not security, but the one above it.
Okay.
So, D100, right?
Yes,
Yep.
D100.
Okay.
I don't think I passed.
I have a bonus, right?
You need to look it up. You
I
are?
do. But I still don't reach it, yeah.
Okay. So
missed
what
it
would
by
have been the target number?
33. I missed it by 5.
What if I get
14.
like 100? Oh wait, I don't even know if it's 100. It's a 10 and yeah, it's definitely 100.
What?
It's a 10 and a 0.
Oh, you rolled a 100.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, it's a 10 on the... It's a 10 on the
person.
dice with the 2 numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a 100. That would be double zeros and a 10 on the d10. So you rolled a 10.
Oh.
An actual 10.
Oh. Okay. Wait, it's a 1-0, right?
What?
It's a 1-0, not a double zero.
1-0. If you have a 1-0 on the one die and a 0 on the other one, it is a 10 total.
Okay.
But if you had a 0-0 and another 0, that's a 100.
Oh, okay. Okay, got it, got it.
And that against your scrutiny, which is a 21. You still succeed.
May I ask what scrutiny does?
Scrutiny is what in other systems would be your insight. Trying to find out the motives and things like that about a person.
Oh, okay.
In that case, I would also, by the way, give all of you a plus 20 bonus. I was just not fast enough to say it. So we have Julius, who immediately notices how Reynard is eyeing the group of them, and he seems worried that there are only so few of them and that they are, or that you are, probably all the help he is going to get. Kimbria, you would need a little longer being distracted by him fiddling with the metal rod, which just twitches, and some of the attachment just randomly pointing in different directions. But then you also think, yeah, that one's worried. Just that, oh, these 3 are all I get.
I give him a pat on the shoulder and I tell him, yep, this is all the Imperium.
Inquisition.
Inquisition. This is all the Inquisition you can get. Worry not. I'll make sure they don't die. And then he
You
just
get a-
like continue walking towards the direction of the commissar.
You all get a slight raise of the eyebrow from him. Just
Oh,
shaking
can I
his
turn
head.
around?
And do what?
May the Emperor bless you and your camp.
The Emperor protects. Fucking goddamn need it. And shaking his head, he just wanders off.
I'll follow back with my group.
Okay. You continue making your way towards the commissar's tent. And at some point you would notice, just off to the left, a smaller, more ramshackle tent that the other guardsmen seem to avoid. And you hear laughter from there, like tithering. Just slightly and softly drifting over to you guys as you watch by.
Can I get closer?
Sure.
I head towards the sound of laughter. Do I know the direction of it?
Yeah, sure. It's coming from that tent that
Can
people seem
I
to.
look into the tent?
As you slip the tent flap to the side, looking in, you see inside is nothing but a metal stake driven into the ground, and tied to it with chains attached to a straight jacket. He's wrapped up in a wild-eyed young man with greasy brown hair who's just staring to the ground.
Looks like
Can
trouble.
I approach this crazy young man?
Oh god.
Sancho will like put an arm on his shoulder and say, "Looks like trouble. Probably shouldn't interfere."
Push her hand away, respectfully. I've seen worse.
They grind me into
But if you don't want to follow, you could always stand here and see if I get killed.
Santiago will just stand outside of the tent. They just head out.
Great. He would approach the young man cautiously.
Okay.
And lift up his head with his right index finger and look into the eyes of this man.
Wide eyes, the pupils dilated as you look at him, the eyes flickering over your face, over your form. You're not one of them, are you? No splotches. No splotches on you. Oh, you're too smooth. You're too smooth for that. You.
Well, I could be, if I want to. But no, I'm sent to this hellhole.
You have it down. No. You have it down.
Jules just gives him a smile. Why are you tied up like this?
He looks down on himself, pulling against the straitjacket. Didn't notice. You think I'm the one? Tied down? I think you are the one. But who knows? Maybe they're the ones. Or they're the ones truly free and we are the ones shackled.
What have you seen? It seems that you've seen something.
Splotches. Scrapes in the dark.
Scrapes in the dark, huh? Chains.
You are a weird one. Are you certain you're not mad?
Well, I've been called mad before. Anyone on this planet is also mad. We're not that different.
Oh, different. That's a good one. How about you roll charm, a charm test?
I've got a 20 and a 0. Let me look at my sheet. Where is it? Ah, there it is. Bing. Charm. What? Okay, so I have a check on known and a plus 10.
So you roll, your target number is your fellowship plus 10.
Fellowship plus 10. Fellowship. So I rolled a 20 and a 0, so that's a 30?
That's a 20.
20. Okay, yeah. Yeah, 20 when I rolled. And do I add the plus 10?
You add that to your fellowship attribute. Or
Oh.
characteristic.
So I just rolled a 20 and then the plus 10 is added to the fellowship itself.
Yeah.
Ah,
So from 38 to 48. So
okay.
you succeed. You have him sway his head left to right. Might be right. You might be right. Maybe we're all mad. Oh, maybe. maybe the whispers in the light were true. Maybe they were. But when the light whispers to you, and you prise your mind, you best not listen.
What happens if you listen?
You might get to know something you don't want to.
You mean the truth?
He nods, licking over his lips with the tip of his tongue.
Julius nods his head. Well then, we came here for the truth? We'll see. And I think you might have a little something right there on your lips. You might want to lick that off.
I think that's a trick. It's okay. You're all fools. And he just starts laughing again and just stops and sways slightly.
What's your name?
Name? Do we really need a name?
I'm pretty sure you had one.
You're just one among untold billions.
And
he
one of billions.
He just starts laughing again.
Sure thing. Right. Julius would take his leave. Give him a nice pat on the shoulder. Fools we all will be. And then he walks away.
And then you walk away.
Towards, what's his character's name? Dion, what's your character's name?
Xanthia.
Xanthia. Okay.
Do we want to put like our names in front of them?
Yep, I'm changing
Like,
mine. I'm
yeah.
changing mine.
Because I don't remember your names, to be honest.
I remember everyone's one though.
I'm sorry, I'm
Okay,
not
so-
as smart as you are, my child.
That wasn't what I was implying.
Shh. Sometimes you also have to ask the crazy ones.
Well,
Let's
be
go.
careful you don't get crazy yourself.
I look to Xanthia with just very dead eyes. We're all crazy, to some extent. He nods and then he walks past Xanthia.
Can't say no to that. This freaking world is crazy.
No shit.
I gotta live with that.
Alright.
Some people just come faster to the madness.
If you want to put it that way, sure. Let's talk to the commissar. Who knows, if the more time we spend here, the crazier we get. We might get tied up like him. That's that's your thing. He shrugs and continues walking.
No, I feel we're all stronger than that.
If thousands of men can't handle this one thing, I doubt so. But it's my job to keep you guys alive. So why not let's start with planning. But with planning, we need to get more information. I already have a little bit from our dear friend, our dear laughing friend. So, let's get some information from someone who is a little more sane. So we head towards the tent of the commissar.
Okay. And while you walk away, you hear laughing and breaking bones, tearing flesh, the stench of death. Skittering, scattering. As you pass by one of the other guards, burly woman, nods at all three of you.
Hi.
Don't get too close to the crazy. Mind is poison. And you know, maybe you start doubting yourself. And blessed is the mind that's too small for doubt.
I've seen worse. This is nothing. Don't worry. Commissar? Question mark?
Oh, she is not. She's just a regular guards trooper who comments on you walking by, seeing you come from the tent with your slightly mad friend.
He's a little down at the moment. I mean, if anything, we could just kill him off. Waste of resources. No?
Still wondering why the commissar hasn't done it already.
Maybe he wants to teach our Lord's teachings.
Or he just wants to fuck around. But we'll see.
It's a commissar, dears.
Right.
I wonder why he didn't already shoot someone. And she just staggers away.
Can I stop her?
I mean, yeah.
What do you mean, someone?
She just gives you this look of, really? Do I need to spell that out?
He looks at her.
Just to point out, Xanthia, you would know that commissars are there to take care of morale and of the fact that no one does anything heretical. So if you go insane, they just kill you. If you are a coward, they kill you. If you want to desert your post, they kill you.
Do I also know
They're
that?
basically there for that.
No, I think only her.
No, okay.
You're noble, you wouldn't know that.
Oh,
Julius, no.
I would know that.
Xanthia is just, for you, it's just something, you know, you've heard of it. Xanthia, you have seen it.
So a typical Tuesday?
In the guard, yes. Kimbria just does not know.
Am I
Yep.
allowed to do it?
Do what?
Am I allowed to just him? Or is that like a exclusive thing that, yeah, only Commissar can do that?
Oh, if you were allowed to just kill someone. And if you have a good reason,
Well, he's crazy.
probably take eggs. Still, it's not your job, you don't have rank over him.
True. Well, good point. We should
Let
probably...
the commissar deal with it.
Yeah.
They always do eventually.
Is he new?
She shakes her head.
So, an experienced Commissar doesn't want to off the one in there.
I'm not here to question the orders of a superior officer.
She nods, and now she, with more brisk steps, walks away from you guys.
Why don't you just ask him? Yeah, I'm talking to Julius.
Yeah, he's just right over there. I bet you can hear us! And then he enters the tent.
Okay. You enter into the tent with not much in there. It's just a desk, a chair, a very sparse place to sleep, and a footlocker to place some things. And you see sitting there is a man in his late 30s, coal black hair, slicked back, dark eyes, and a craggy face, wearing a black uniform decorated with the stripes of his rank and a few badges of honor that are not super noteworthy, Xanthia would know. Looking up to...
Out of character. Is he like higher ranked than us, or?
Yes. Because you're just acolytes, you don't have rank over anyone really yet.
Okay. Santia gives a reluctant salute.
Salutes her back so she can stand at attention again. Pushes the data slate to the side on the table and gets up.
You're the Commissar?
Very much so. And who is this group of ragtag individuals?
Julius pushes his glasses up to his forehead and just rubs his eyes and then brings it back down. I am Julius Inahin. These are my companions. We're acolytes. No introduction, guys.
Santia?
Mm-hmm. And Simba.
Simbria?
Yeah, Simba.
I'm pretty sure I'm not a lion.
Simba. We're acolytes from the Inquisition. We were sent here to deal with it or investigate it? Investigate. What is going on here? So we decided to talk to you, sir. Commissar,
Oh,
sir.
so you did. Well, we were looking for some reinforcements, and the Ordo seems to think you are uniquely qualified to help us out. Who am I to doubt the knowledge of the Inquisition?
Question, does he look disappointed?
Roll scrutiny. That guy's really hard to read.
All of us or just Julius?
Just Julius, because he asked.
Okay, dokie. Oh, fuck. I will read it from what? Oh, it's okay. I will not change that. That will stay the same. And this is a 10 and a 2.
You roll either the complete thing again
Oh,
or
okay.
keep it as it was, because you can't just say I let that stick. After
Yeah,
you
I
saw,
didn't.
"Oh,
I
that's
didn't.
nice."
No, it was literally okay. I'll roll it again. For the sake. 32.
32. What's your scrutiny?
Scrutiny. Oh my god, it's so small. Squint. Int. 42.
That's security. Scrutiny is
Oh,
above
sorry.
it. Perception,
Per
and you
41.
and 21. So
22 actually.
with your roll,
Yeah. Sorry.
did you succeed or fail? What did you roll?
I rolled a 3 and a 2. Yeah.
Okay.
32. Yeah.
32. Okay. 32. That means guy's hard to gauge. He does not seem like he is elated about you guys' arrival, but it's hard to tell if he's disappointed or not.
All good.
Well, as members of the Inquisition, you should probably tell me what you need to know and what your specific assignment here is.
We were told to investigate the mines. What is going on in here? Down here, sorry. Unless the other two have something else.
Rescue potential need survivors.
Pretty much, right?
Well, investigate is a broad mandate. So, what exactly do you need to know, and what exactly do you want to do?
Out of character. What are our instructions?
Find out what caused the disappearances of those squads of guardsmen and put an end to it down in the mines.
Okay. Okay. Well, broad it is, yes. We are here to find out about the disappearances of the guards that were sent down the mines, and to, I guess, eventually end the thing, whatever it may be. According to the crazy person down in the tank is in a tent over there, he said something about whispers in the light.
Ah, yes. Corporal Schmed. He has unfortunately been accosted by insanity since returning from the mines. We were keeping him alive to see if we can possibly get him lucid enough for questioning, though our resources here were limited.
Right. Well, medically speaking, does Jules know if this guy can turn around, can be turned with his kit and his knowledge?
Do you mean trying to get him lucid, or trying to, get him into a better headspace, which would be, nice and give him actual care, which he will not get in the Imperium? You could try and make him more lucid.
I could try that. Well, I mean, you've kept him alive for this long. There must be something that someone can do about that. Maybe I could give it a shot. But first, before we go into that, what can you tell us about the mines? When did this happen? And why? Sorry?
Gorgonet Mines. 2 weeks ago, we had an uprising around here. Planetary governor branded the people rebels. Some said they were connected to a heretical cult, Brotherhood of Malice. Sounds like idiotic stuff to me, but who am I to judge the fleeting sanity of a heretic?
Do I know what the Brotherhood of Malice is?
Not at all. Does not sound like anything big. Nothing major.
Okay.
You have a lot of small cults that people don't really know anything about because there are hundreds, if not thousands, of planets where they could fester on. It's not something that is known across the Calixis sector. So
Okay.
that's that. It's not a huge, major threat in the sense of, oh, we're actively fighting them. More, everything's a threat to the Imperium, so they will, as he would then continue, we were deployed to take care of the rebels. We made short work of them. Underarmed, not knowing anything about tactics, we took them out easily. I ordered some squads to enter the mines and flush out any stragglers. But then they mostly disappeared. Only a few managed to retreat, not being able to fully tell us what has happened.
Do you have a map of the mines around here?
You're telling me one... Is he the only survivor?
He isn't. He seems to be the one who has the most insight in whichever foul things lurk down there. Other survivors were the Sergeant, Reynard. He brought out as many people as he could, but they were all just able to tell that things were lurking in the shadows of the mines, trying to take people that were straying from the pack. And while saying that, he grabs behind him, gets a data slate. So basically a futuristic tablet thingy, because only rich people use paper, and hands it to Xanthia. The map you were asking for.
Thank you. Cynthia looks at the map and just start looking at the map.
Yeah, you would get a map of
2 weeks
the
ago.
mines.
Rebels of this place connected to the Brotherhood of Malice. Sounds pretty evil to me. They deploy the blue. I suppose you deployed a platoon to take care of the rebels. Those who probably escaped to the mines, but most of them never came back. We have one crazy guy and one scared shitless. Good to know. Anything else we might need to know about
I
this
dislike
place?
the idea that Reynard is in any way scared about what happened in the mines. He was just unable to identify what exactly the threat was while retreating, having lost too many of his troop.
Pardon me. Traumatized shitless. Good to know. So we have one who's gone cuckoo gachoo, and the other one traumatized. Okay. What else? I turn to them, the other two. Are there any other questions you would like to ask?
I want to talk to Rainer again. For now, not really.
How about you, Simba?
Well, we should just talk to the sergeant. Honestly, and I don't think we can get anything out of the weak-minded crazy one.
Maybe, maybe not. Anything's worth a shot.
I don't think even if we shot him in the leg, he would, budge. That would make his condition worse.
Oh, let me correct myself. Anything is better than a shot in the dark. Then he smiles. I'll talk to the Corporal Schmidt. Sorry, his name?
Corporal Schmidt, you are allowed to do so.
Right. But afterwards, if I'm done and there's really nothing else I can get out of him, you could definitely,
That into consideration. Whenever you are ready, you can see the quartermaster if you want to look for any equipment you might need, and then just find a soldier to escort you to the mines should you want to go down.
Right. So I assume that Xanthia and Simba are probably gonna look for the sergeant. Yes? No?
Yes. Yes.
Right. I will meet you guys. Where's the quartermaster?
He would point you to the tent where the quartermaster is.
He kind of just pushes the. I'm guessing it's like a tarp kind of cover?
Yeah.
Right, that one over there? Okay, got it. We'll meet up at the quartermasters after we're done. Anything else before we leave?
I have one I need. Good day to you, sir. As she says to the calm. Sorry, I still don't know how to say that.
Commissar.
Yeah.
And I have myself in the lower teachings.
Is he just known as the commissar, or does he have like a...
I mean, he has a name. He never asked for it.
Right.
Not important enough to
So
care.
he turns
about.
around, Jules turns around and, sorry, are we supposed to call you the commissar, or do you have a name that we can actually refer you to?
Commissar suffices, but I'm Commissar Aris Nihilus.
Both are equally long. Right. Okay, how do I spell that?
I
Out of
will
character.
just
Yeah.
put it in there as well, to the other.
Commissar Ariston.
Connoisseur.
Oh, it's a double S. Okay, I wrote it wrong. Sorry. Commissar Aris. Alright. Right. I'll come back to you if there's really nothing I can get out of Corporal... How do I pronounce his name again? Schmidt? Schmidt.
Schmed.
Schmidt. Schmidt.
How do you spell it? I'm writing notes, okay? Please don't...
Just
Oh, okay. Corporal Schment. Okay. Corporal... Okay. Schment.
yeah.
Okay. I just got 2 letters wrong. That's cool. Good enough.
It's fine. It hurts me as someone who actually speaks German that is not a German name at all. But it's a Warhammer thing, so
Not head.
they all have ridiculous names. So let's continue this brief introduction.
Do they really all have ridiculous names?
Well...
Warhammer Fantasy is way better. But let's not get down that rabbit hole, because I could tell great stories about that.
Anyway,
Right, so just
Jules
walk
will...
through-
Yeah.
Sorry, you first.
Jules will tell him that, well, if I really can't get anything out of that guy, it's best you know, do your thing as a commissar. Having a crazy
I think
guy.
I know what to do.
He raises an eyebrow and, sure. Right. I am going to talk to the crazy guy. See you at the quartermasters. Sorry, does a quartermaster have a name too? Or just quartermaster?
He just sighs. The people here call him Greaser.
Right. Spelling, please.
I will put the NPC names in because it is
Okay.
40k names. It's
Thank
always
you.
nice.
Let's call him
Thank
Mr.
you.
Corp.
Greaser.
Call him
Just to point out, some Warhammer characters have names like this. Hands 4. You would never spell that right. I didn't do it. And no one else in the group I was playing with. Anyway, Julius, you walk out of the tent. And make your way back towards the tent that Schmend is staying in.
Yep.
What about Kimbria and Xanthia?
I will walk to where we last saw Sergeant Reynold.
Yeah, we're going
Raynard?
with each other as a pair. Sergeant Raynard.
Yeah.
Okay, you were looking for Sergeant Reynard. Then, while the two of you walk out, Xanthia, you would notice Cimbria, the other one. You would notice behind some crates, looking at you guys going about your business, is the young private you've seen, Edwin Yuntz, who's just peeking out looking at you guys.
Out of character.
Xanthia towards him.
Out of character, I want to adopt that child. Okay, back. Sorry.
I'm gonna lead Xanthia towards him as I walk towards him. With Xanthia behind me, not caring about whether if she wants me to tug on her arm or not.
Cynthia would not like you tugging on her arm. And just like takes her arm away. What?
Just gonna ask the private over there something. Private Edwin, as I walk over.
Gets up, pulls his uniform, smooth as it makes it so it's smooth, and
English today.
how can I help you? Actually, what can I do?
When Sergeant Reynard came back, what was his official take on what happened in the mines?
I don't know if there is really an official take, but I just heard from him and the other 5 who came back up that, you know, they went down in the mines up to the deeper places. I think people call it the shatters, and they met some resistance. I mean, before we came down here and just crushed those rebels, well, Minus and Servs, what were they supposed to do? But down there, something grabbed some of the people, you know? My friend Hastus was down there too.
Can you tell me more about your friend? What was he doing down there?
The same as the rest of the squads who were sent down, looking around, trying to eliminate any possible resistance. Just heard that something nabbed him and other people, you know, dragging them off into dark, and the Sarge just ordered to retreat. You know, I mean, most people say guardsmen shouldn't retreat, but I think the sergeant made a good call there, taking care of his troopers, because we needed to reapproach that, but...
Who happened to be the others who came up together with Sergeant Reynard?
As far as I know, those were Muller, Bacher... I forgot the others, I'm sorry.
No, that's good enough, that's good enough. Thank you for your work, Private.
No problem, and he
Wait,
salutes again.
you know where we, I suppose, you know where we can find the surgeon right now?
Sure. I mean, Sergeant's probably somewhere around, either checking in on the troops, or this time he probably checks the perimeter work.
Alright. And Sandy just walks off.
May our holiness the emperor protect you. As I follow after.
He with a shaky hand tucks on Kimbria's sleeve.
Hmm?
I know it's probably not my place to ask and stuff, but you know, you're tough Inquisition people. You're probably going down there in the mines, right, to take care of that stuff. So, could you have a look for Hastus? You know, he has his boyfriend waiting on Scintilla. I'd like to get him back. He's a good buddy.
Oh my god. Thank god I'm not there. I would have just said no. Okay.
Yeah, Sandy would have something to say, but I think she's walked off by now.
I'm the nicest one out of the three of us. I just happen to be the most somewhat crazy.
Crazy, yes, in a way, but there are still the Sisters of Battle or high-ranking ecclesiarchy members, so there are people who beat you by that, but you're definitely an absolute zealot, yeah.
Yay!
But yeah, he just tugs on his uniform jacket and just nods and then turns around and just walks off after this awkward moment of silence.
Wait, did I not tell him that I will? Like, sure, why not? And then I'll just give him a nod.
You didn't say that, so now he walked off. Do you want to scream that after him?
Yeah, might as well.
He just really is startled by it, looking over. Thanks. Yeah, honestly, means a lot. The Emperor protects.
Does Julius hear this?
Oh god.
Probably not. It's a huge camp.
Alright.
It's a camp for a battalion.
Radio.
By the way,
You
by the way, Sandy is not waiting for you.
You're not waiting for me?
No.
Whatever!
The problem is
just gonna try and
Zathia
find you.
knows her way around a guard camp.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna just try and find her then without her.
You know, just because it's fun. Roll Navigate Surface, please, Kimbria.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I think I have a high navigate surface, right? Ooh, I have a known. Okay.
Okay, so you roll against your regular intelligence.
It's known though on my end, like navigate surface.
Yeah, on your regular intelligence.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Otherwise, you would get a minus 20 if it wasn't known. Don't think you're that intelligent. That are
No! Of course not. I missed it by 35.
Okay, you start just going into that direction. That looks like a perimeter in a ship that would definitely be the perimeter. Well, the perimeter sensor, but you know, perimeter is in it. So you start walking just in a semicircle back to the center of the camp. While Xanthia actually just goes to the edge of the camp where the tents have thinned out, where you have just a one nest with an autocannon, so a stationary turret, and the walker running around and talking to the person currently manning the auto gun is not the auto gun, doesn't matter. Auto cannon, actually. The auto cannon is Sergeant Reynard.
I will walk up to Sergeant Raymond. Sergeant,
Acolyte.
We have talked to the commissar, and apparently you're one of the survivors from the encounter last year with whatever that thing is you meet down there.
He nods.
Do you
Well,
have
cost a
any
good number of people.
information to... sorry.
Cost us a good number of people. Not really
Yeah.
our proudest hour.
Any helpful information about your trip down there?
I mean, what do you want to hear? Whole story or anything in particular?
Whole story.
Well, we deployed here, being told there's an uprising to quench. Planetary governor and all that stuff. Doesn't really care. It's just meeting those rebels was a bit of a disappointment. No real danger behind all of that. Just miners, serfs. Some of them actually fled back into the mines. We're supposed to flush them out and take care of anyone who could be hiding there. So, as the commissar ordered, let a few squads down. Most of the mines was pretty much deserted. But the people I took down to the shatters, as the miners call it, yeah, we encountered something. Definitely fast and strong enough to grab someone, pull them away, and make them disappear. Lost a
See
few people
anything
that way.
that's... Do you see anything that's pulling him?
Did I see anything? What?
That's pulling him? Tentacle, hand, whatever.
Look, I put it all in my report. Hit and run tactics, taking out single people while looking around. When we heard the first screams, we regrouped and made our way back. Found some dead bodies. He looks Xanthia up and down. Way to carry yourself. You served?
Excuse me, I didn't really get that.
You served?
Skirt. What?
Served.
Oh. Yeah. Used to.
Well, Commissar doesn't like to let it get out, you know, not wanting to get too much panic going. He's actually waiting for someone higher ranking. I think he... pardon me, but he's not taking some green newcomers as much of honest reinforcement yet.
Well, what are you
We have
You're
killed. We have killed one or two of these creatures. Definitely humanoid, heavily mutated.
anything to watch out for?
Shadows where they can hide in. And be a little careful when they jump at you. Don't think because they're not carrying a weapon they're not dangerous. Something happened to their arms. And I don't mean that he taps the metallic prosthesis on his right arm. Not like that. I mean in a much more dangerous way.
Your arms. Alright. You'll keep that in mind.
One of them had bone splinters sticking out of his, cut through armor. Not seen that before.
uh, where did you encounter them? She shows him the map, like the map of the mines.
He would actually show you that it is the region called the Shatters. Here you have a picture of what region that is.
Okay.
That's where he had stiff resistance, close the door between us and them.
Did they get any of the rebels? Like, did you? Are they like?
No real time to check.
You found anything on the bodies? Like rib cuts? Like how they killed?
Didn't see that many, but as I told you, one of them mauled, and the other one, I don't know if those were claw marks or anything else, but ripped right through his armor.
Right. Anything else you can tell me? Or also,
Sorry, soldier.
alright. Like disturb your duty any further. Good day. Good luck to you. You'll need it.
Good luck to you. If you go down there, you'll need it as much as I do.
And Xantia heads back to the quartermaster.
Okay. Then we would jump over to Julius. Who would step back into the tent with the chained up Corporal Schmidt.
Schment. Looks like it's me and you again, Corporal.
This time he does not respond.
He raises an eyebrow and walks towards the corporal. Corporal? And then he puts a
Still
shoulder
sits there.
on the tied up man in a straight jacket. Hey.
He sits there slightly swaying.
Ah, he's back. Great.
But he's still not reacting really to you. He's just sitting there giggling.
With my medical knowledge, is there a way for me to soothe him down?
Okay, what's the end goal of that? Soothe him down in the sense of get him calm and collected, or more in the sense of get him lucid no matter what the side effects afterwards will be?
We'll try the calm and collected part first.
That means you can probably not question him really well.
Alright. Well then.
So that's the question. Do you want to give him something so he can actually rest and maybe recuperate better than just being chained to a pole in a tent? Or do you want to make him lucid so you can question him?
I'm gonna go for the first.
Okay. Then you roll Medicae.
Medicae. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Medicae. Okay. What's the dice roll?
And you get a -10 because this is not easy.
Okay, so just a -10.
You get an additional -10 to your Medicae target number,
Okay.
The fact that you
Which-
said just.
which would be an 82 usually. No, it's not first aid, so it would be a 62, so it goes down to a 52.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a. Nah, I got 59. Got a 59, yeah.
You know what? Let's just bend the rules here. You can spend a fate point to give yourself a +10 and succeed.
You know what? I'll.
That means you would have spent a fate point.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. So your fate goes down to 3.
Where can I find that? Wait.
Under your characteristics, you have a box with experience.
There
and
I
fate
see it.
points.
So the current one, I changed it to 3.
Yes.
Alright, there we go.
So you succeed on that. Because you don't get the bonus from your med kit.
Mm-hmm.
That's just for first aid, and you're not really doing first aid here. You're actually trying to mix something together with the things you've on you. But you managed to put something together that you have seen work before for people in the hive who have been high on various combinations of drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And you inject him. And the just stops slowly, and you hear him breathe, and his eyes just staring into the distance, him sinking back against the pole.
Some things I learned back in the other underhive. So he's gonna go sleepy time, huh?
Yeah, he sits there. It's the reaction you would have expected.
Mm-hmm. And I'll just generally ask him questions to gauge on how conscious he is right now.
He does not really respond. You see that it's more... He's half asleep. He's not really comprehending the questions.
Good. It's working.
And as you sit there asking him a few test questions, you see his eyelids flutter, and then you see, just for a moment, a greenish and purple hue shoot through his eyes opening up wide, him just with a thunk of the chains, leaning forward. You can't go down there. We'll take your mind. The stone will take your mind. And you see how blood starts to pour out of his eyes and of his nose and bubbling up in his mouth. And he's starting to double over.
Is there a way for me to stop that?
Yeah, with your Medicae skill, you can definitely do something for him.
Mm-hmm.
But from checking, he has internal bleedings that you can't really take care of, and they haven't been there before. How about you roll? How about you roll Forbidden Lore, the Warp? Because this is definitely warp related.
Okay.
That's what you can tell immediately. This is connected to the warp.
Okay. I've got a flat 20.
Flat 20. That's a success, I think, because you
Uh,
are intelligent.
it's also
And your character as
known.
well.
So yeah.
Yeah, a 20 should be a success.
Mm.
You see these bleedings, and when you keep looking, you see that some of his flesh starts to turn necrotic. And from what you know, this is something that might be related to one of the four, the Deities of Chaos, who shall not be named.
Chaos deities, right?
Yeah.
Who shall not be
With
named?
a 20, you would know. I mean, you don't voice the name, but the name is known that this is Nurgle.
How do I spell that?
Nwrgel.
NW.
Nurgle. L-E, not E-L. Nurgle.
Nurgle.
I think it was that way. I'm always unsure about it. Let me consult my notes. Oh no, it was just one U. For some godforsaken reason, it actually makes sense. It's just one U.
It doesn't make it any less cute, but okay.
Nurgle.
Nurgle!
Believe me, Nurgle is the master of rot, the master of unlife and disease.
Yeah, less cute now, huh?
It sounds cute to begin with, but the first time you stood knee deep in Nurgling guts, you know that these things aren't fun. They have a bloody high toughness. Get them killed. Oh my god.
Oh my god, indeed.
And there is a rumor that the snails of Nurgle are actually super good at dodging fire.
Snails. Do I know this?
Nah, that was just a joke out of character.
Oh, okay.
Because in our group, we have this moment that, Nurgle snakes have a super low agility. We wanted to set them on fire. And whenever he tries that, the things just make their ability check, agility check, to just be like, yeah, okay, I'm not set on fire. A Nurgle snail.
Damn.
Isn't that just like a paradox? Because snails are supposed to,
Yeah, that was the funny thing about it.
Jesus.
So it was a in-game kind of a joke. Okay, great. But I do know that this Nurgle deity, Chaos deity,
Yeah.
is a master of rot, unlife, and disease. Okay.
Yeah, and this is probably not connected to Nurgle directly, but, this is Nurgle influence.
Okay, Nurgle influence. Let me just, write that down.
That means you would
Nurgle
know usual Imperial procedure now would be not touch anymore, get someone to shoot and burn it.
Right. I should probably put this needle down right next to it. I mean, I would still be like, whoa, that's nasty. And take the needle that I was about to dispose somewhere and slot it in between his straitjacket. Well, this is all I can get. Is there a cloth somewhere I can get?
Nope. empty. I mean, he's still alive. You should.
Oh, he's alive.
The standard procedure would be shooting and burning
Ah,
because he's tainted by chaos.
okay.
Yeah, we should.
So he's
Tainted by chaos just means
okay. So he is still alive, but he is just
Like a zombie?
rotting, and you don't know where this will go because you might have forbidden law of the warp, but you are not well studied enough with demons to know that. You're not Ordo Malleus.
okay. Julius takes a step back, brushing his chin with his hand, trying to think. Huh. It's probably painful, I assume. Thinking out loud now. Do I know that there's nothing I can do? If there's anything I can do to, like, relieve him of this, or to make him better?
No,
No. Okay.
nothing you would know to heal someone tainted by chaos.
He rubs his eyebrows and tries again.
Oh, what? Tries again, what?
Square one. He squats down in front of the corporal,
Okay, yeah.
takes the back end of the syringe that he used to poke him with the drug, lifts up his head, and he examines the face. Are his pupils still dilated as ever, or has it like contracted from the shock?
You see that his pupils are solid green.
Shit. I could probably write that down. Pupil
And somewhat glazed over.
green and glazed over, like those suffering from what do you call that? Like that cloudy lens thing. I forgot what they call it. There is a term for that.
Not really. Point is,
Uh-huh.
this is definitely not natural.
Not natural. Over. Not natural. Okay, there is nothing I can do about that. I injected him with that thing, and that thing happened. He's still alive. And if I let him be, he will be shot to death. His body, the marks, the bruises. Are there visible bruises that are like fresh?
You see that the necrotic tissue seems to grow rapidly.
Any discoloration on his blood?
Do you want to take blood?
He was bleeding, right?
Oh, you mean on the blood that came out? No, that's still...
It still looks like fresh blood, but now it's caked at this
It does.
point. Okay. He clenches his teeth tightly. looks into his kit. Is there a drug that would kind of just soothe him? Make him feel
Mm,
less in pain? Because probably that definitely hurts. Whatever thing
it
is happening
definitely hurts.
to him.
I mean,
Do I have like a tranquilizer? There, that's the word. Oh god, took a
you
while.
have a tranquilizer. You can try and use that.
I will try. Because I cannot have him screaming and trashing about when you have low morale. So
When you have a wet thud as you push the needle into his flesh. And he's still just quivering and bucking against the straitjacket. And it does not seem to have any actual effect.
probably the blood vessels have been severed. Corporal, can you hear me? Just nod if you can. You don't have to speak.
You still see him quiver, and make an awareness check.
Ooh.
I'm scared, boys.
Which Jules isn't that good in?
Give me something good, dice. You've been nice to me today. Okay. He. Okay, awareness. I don't have it as known. It's an S. An S? S. S. I gotta.
Awareness is perception,
Oh,
not
oh,
strength.
I am dumb. I am
You
blind.
looked at
I am
athletics.
sorry. I am sorry. I need to change glasses. I got a 39.
Okay, your perception would be, or your awareness would be perception minus 20,
Sad life.
meaning you probably end up with not a success. So you see him quiver, eye him closer, and you see something bulging, and then we'll blood and viscera shoot right in your face, covering you head to toe as he's ripped apart, and out of him breaks an impish, green-skinned, pock-marked creature with sharp claws, saliva yellow just dripping from its chin.
It's too late.
That's a nightmare. Sounds like a nightmare.
Wait, let me just, write that down. Corporal exploded.
Jesus, write that down while you make a decision on
Okay.
what you are going to do.
So, where's his head at?
Split second decision.
Okay, he probably would have what do you call this? Walk backwards, like after the explosion, and then removes his glasses, wipes, flicks it, flicks most of the entrails away, wipes his face off, but it only gets messier. And he tries to put his glasses on at the same time, his hand on his, how do you pronounce it? La pistol? Las pistol?
Last pistol.
Last pistol.
Then how about we roll initiative? Because
fuck
now
me.
that Nurgling is going to be unhappy about things.
It's a nurgler. Wait, what did you just call it?
Did I get it high? That's a question. Exploded with an imp. Imp baby.
Wait, it's a.
So, it's an
Hiya.
impish-looking creature of green, pockmarked skin with razor-sharp claws dragging on the ground and yellowish saliva dripping down its chin.
Oh, damn.
As it charges towards Julius, who took time to clean his glasses.
Okay,
And
what do
you
I roll
a
for?
D10,
Okay.
and you add your agility bonus, which is the first number of your agility.
Okay, a D10. Right, D10. This is the die. Where am I looking? It's only here. With which one is it? Sorry.
Agility,
Agility.
the bonus. So you add your result to
So
the
it's
first
3,
number.
right?
Yes.
So it's a 2 plus 3. I got a 5.
You got a 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you are quite lucky, because it's a Nurgling. It's faster than most Nurgle stuff, but not that fast. So you are up first. What are you doing?
So taking out my gun is what? How many? Is an action or?
I allow it with flicking off your glasses and all that, so now it's the first actual turn. So you have your gun.
Okay, I have my gun. I pointed it and I try to shoot it. So how many actions is that?
That is a half action.
Okay.
If you just want one shot, the question is, do you want to aim before you shoot? You can aim for a half action.
Yes, I will aim with that half action. Okay, so aiming matters. Okay, aiming and shooting at that thing.
Okay, because half action aim gives you a plus 10 to
Okay.
your ballistic skill.
Oh.
And because the thing is not in melee, but just a few meters away from you, this is considered point blank.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to miss like that, so you get another plus 30.
Mm-hmm.
And because it is a single shot, you get another plus 10. I'm sorry, this is how the combat system works. So you have a total of plus 50 to your ballistic skill.
Okay, so I have to roll. What do I roll to shoot? To
D100
a D100. Okay.
against your ballistic skill.
Ooh. You know what? The Jan Ola die never fails. I got a 10 on the rolls.
A total of 10.
Yeah, 10 and a 0. So
Okay, a total of 10. Against an 81, because you have bonuses because of point blank.
mm-hmm.
That's good. So go ahead and roll a d10 and add whatever damage you get for your last pistol. It should be a plus 2.
Okay. I got a 7 plus 2, 9.
9. You see the creature getting hit square in the chest. The last blast just discharging in red, hitting it, singeing over the skin, and leaving a little bit of a burned spot.
Damn. Sorry, out of character. Is that like some kind of laser pistol?
Yep. Glass is
Oh! It makes sense. Okay, I get it. I get
But it is
it.
rather loud. So, while walking towards the quartermasters, Xanthia and Cimbria,
After some time, after trying
you
to
would both hear a last shot from the direction you remember the tent with Crazy Corporal has been.
With the CC.
I'm gonna run there.
Are the guards rushing towards it?
You definitely see people grabbing on to their weapons and moving in that direction.
Xanthia will fall after the guards.
Okay.
Question,
I
is
said,
that thing still alive?
Yeah.
Damn.
As I said, you only see a small burnt spot on it.
Shit.
That thing seems to be hardy.
Hot
Real hardy.
damn.
And it goes for you with a charge, jumping up towards you with its claws. So you can try to... I would try to dodge in that case, because parrying with a pistol is not really a good idea.
So wait, I can dodge?
Yeah, you have a skill called dodge.
Ah,
Everyone has that. The same as
okay.
parry.
So it's like a
They're
reaction
dodging
thing.
Dodge is a reaction thing, yeah, as
Oh.
well as parry. But do you really want to try and parry with
No,
pistol?
that's just dumb. Yeah. So, do I have to roll anything for a dodge?
Yep. You see the dodge skill. It's bound to agility, and you don't have it.
Oh shit. Hmm. Great. So I don't need to do anything. I'm just gonna get like.
No, you can roll it.
Oh, okay.
You can, with a minus 20 for your base agility. So for a 17.
Wow. I'll try then. No. Yeah, I definitely got fucked in the ass right now. Hey. 102.
What?
Yeah, 102.
How are you rolling?
Oh wait, wait.
102?
0 means what? I'm just dumb.
0 means 0 as long as you're not rolling another 0. Because 3 zeros is a 100. If you
Oh,
have
okay.
2 zeros and then a 2 on the other dice, it's a 2. So you dodge.
Oh, fuck, damn.
You stumble backwards as the claws just rake over the ground, leaving a deep gash as you just stumble backwards, gun in hand. Ah! Just
Shit.
evading the creature's attack.
Not gonna lie, I had like sweaty palms.
Could really hurt. Question for the other two. Are Xanthia and Cimbria actually, hurrying to get there, or just strolling at a leisurely pace?
I
I
am.
think we'll be hurry. Yeah.
Oh, okay, we both are. Cool. Cool.
So, what's the verdict on how you move?
I run there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cimbria runs. Xanthia 2.
Yep.
Then you would, both of you, run around the sea of tens, dodging some guards, and reach there, seeing this small, slobbering creature with razor-sharp claws, exuding an aura and a stench that is unbelievable. I'd say Julius was shocked enough to just ignore it, but Cimbria and Xanthia have to roll against fear. This means you roll on willpower,
Okay.
and if you have the ability resistance fear, which you don't, so yeah, you just roll against your willpower.
Okay.
What does my jaded mean?
And that would be mundane events. So a demon, a warp spawn isn't mundane. It would be more like seeing a lot of butchered people lying dead in blood and that kind of The horrors of
I'm not lucky. Can I use
not
my
lucky.
fate? Can I use my fate point?
You can use a fate point to re-roll it if you want to, but I can tell you just don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I got it as well. Willpower, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The fear system is a little broken, but point in that case in point is you both see it and you hesitate for a moment to go for your weapons. Just this otherworldly presence and this gagging stench surrounding it. The solid green eyes. And Julius, you do have another turn because you are just completely panicked. And warp spawn or not, if you don't do anything, you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So I just make an exception here. Nah, it's fine.
What?
I think that just makes sense. Julius, you are up and you hear the footsteps of a lot of people behind you.
I take another shot at the thing, so I aim again and I attempt to shoot it.
Okay, this time you don't get the point blank bonus because now it's in melee with you. So it's not just, you know, it's nice there and you can shoot it, but it's actually menacing you in melee. So you just get the aim and you get the standard shot. So you get a plus 20 to your attempt.
Okay, so that would be just roll. We'll figure it out along the way. We got a 26.
That sounds good because your ballistic skill plus 20 is your target number.
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, slowly getting it. Okay, yeah, so it's a 26. 6? Yeah, 26.
Okay, against a
Ballistic skill plus 20, right? So it's
yes.
51.
Okay, so you hit. So roll your d10 plus 2 for damage.
8 plus 2, 10.
10. You hit it again. The same impact of last energy washing over it. You see some other burned spots, but it does not seem to really do much to it. And it swipes at you in return. So let's see. Yeah, you don't need to dodge that because it misses you.
Okay, wait, hold on
Being
a sec.
still-
How do I know if it misses me? Like, against what?
I tell you.
Oh, okay.
It rolls on its ballistic, on its weapon skill.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So
Yeah.
Monster also just has an attack rating like you have, and then you have a defensive reaction. You have one per round, except for skills, but they don't matter here.
Okay,
So
cool.
still impacted by the last shot, it recoils and doesn't manage to really swipe in your direction. And at this point, I would say, because the other two were, you know, in fear, you have a bunch of guardsmen, 8 of them, turn the corner, 2 of them just start screaming immediately, and you see the others just turn a dial on their last rifles. You see the energy flicker and pulsate around it. 3 shots go off, hitting the thing. One just gives a and then the last gun just explodes in the face of the guardsman. You see just burns of las energy exuding over their skin. burning them. They fall to the ground, start screaming, clawing at their now charred skin. And the Nurgling in front of you actually, under the combined last fire of the guards helping you, it starts to also catch fire, and then you see this green flicker, and it just folds in on itself and is gone.
What the fuck? He looks at his gun, his last pistol. There's a fucking dial?
You can overcharge your last weapon, but it also means that thing becomes unreliable. So if you have a problem with it, it explodes in your face.
Shit.
That's what happened to the now screaming guardsman on the ground.
Oh, frick. I holster my gun back, wipe myself, or with the underside of my coat? Coat? Is that a coat? You can call it a coat? Question mark?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yep. I wipe myself with the undercoat, just make sure my hands are clean. I probably have like something, I guess, to clean my hands off, right?
Have something as
Like,
disinfectant.
yeah, like a disinfectant wipes or something.
You are a Medicae, and a Medicae who actually did not learn as a bone saw in the in the Imperial Guard, so you definitely have. While you go about doing that, Kimbria, Xanthia, what are you guys doing?
Wait, so that thing just disappeared or what?
Yeah, was banished back to the warp.
Oh, can I also
Okay.
include that while, trying to wipe myself clean, I'm going towards the guard who has his pistol just in front of him?
Oh, you mean the one who had... It was actually a long last, so a last rifle.
Oh.
That thing exploded in his face.
Shit.
So
But,
the gun is now just chunks on the ground, and he is burned pretty badly. But yeah, you can make your way in their direction. But first, let's see what Kimbria and Xanthia are up to before we get to
Roger.
maybe doing first aid.
So Intel will carefully approach the corpse of the corporal, assume that's still on the ground, or like on the pillar thingy. Like,
On the
yeah.
ground, yeah, because it's mainly just mush, soggy flesh, blood spatters, and viscera.
Okay.
all
Well,
over the...
questioning Julius, like, what happened here? What is this thing?
No time to answer. I'll tell you later. For now, this one's alive. Let me help him. Continues to wipe his hands clean. It tosses the soiled wipes to the side. Examines this guard's condition.
Okay. Roll Medicae.
Okay,
You get
here
an
we go.
additional plus 20 because you have an advanced medkit with you.
Okay. So that is Medicaid. Okay. And I got a 14. I'm not fucking with
Okay.
you. I swear.
Let's just go to explain how success degrees work.
How does this work?
Degrees of success or failure work by you looking at the first number of your target number. In
Okay.
your case, 82.
Uh-huh.
You subtract the first number of your roll, or 1,
Okay.
from the first number. So 8 minus 1 is 7. So you would have 7 degrees of success,
Is that a
which
good
means you
thing?
are really fucking good. To explain how first aid works, if you healed another player character, for a successful first aid roll, they regain your success degrees plus your intelligence bonus in wounds. So you would heal 11 wounds with that.
That's a
Oh.
lot.
Sorry, I don't get the math, but
Point being, you you subtract the first number of your roll.
okay. So it's
So if you have a
One.
14 only,
uh-huh.
from the first number of your target.
Target. Where do I find a target?
That's what you were rolling for, Medicaid.
Medicaid, so it's the intelligence?
Plus your Medicaid bonus,
Which
because you're skilled in it,
scroll,
plus 20.
Plus 20.
And then you get another plus 20 because of the
Kit.
advanced mech kit you're carrying.
Uh-huh.
So it is 42 plus 40, which usually is an 82.
Uh-huh.
And then you just subtract the 1 from the first number of your target.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 minus 1
Mm-hmm.
means 7 degrees of success.
Oh,
That's good.
as long as it's good. It'll take a while
Good
before I
enough.
actually understand it. Maybe out of the game, maybe we could discuss that more. But just to move this thing along.
Did the
Okay.
rest get it?
Yeah, I did.
Shh.
When you really heal that guy.
It's like a hard success. It's like a hard and extreme success.
Not really. It's success degrees. It's a number.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Technically,
Technically,
the rulebook says you have a target number you're rolling against. You want that or less. In your case, an 82. So an 82 or less is a success. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
The rules technically say you now reduce your target number by sorry. You count the full 10 differences between your target number and your roll. So you would say, how many 10s do I have in between 82 and 14?
Okay. Okay.
Which is dumb because it's just more math. So I just adopted to this optional rule of first number of your target reduced by the first number of your roll. Your roll was a 14. First number is a 1. Your target was an 82, so it was an 8. 8 reduced by 1 is 7. And that's your number of success, because then you have just easy subtractions and not, wait, is that now 6 or 7 success degrees? But just, it's 7. 8 minus 1, 7. 7 success degrees. That's pretty cool. The other thing you don't need to think about yet, because first aid is more wobbly if you do it on NPCs who are not really having wounds, because I didn't expect them to be heavily wounded.
Okay.
But, Julius, you managed to actually take good care to treat the burnt upper portion of the skin, take the stuff that would just crust and turn necrotic off, to apply coolant and then just bandage him up, and then sedate him. But this guardsman will make a full recovery, which is more than you can say about most injured guardsmen.
Was Surgeon Reynard among the ones that went here, or
He is also coming now, but he was still at the...
so he didn't see the thing?
Nope.
Okay.
He takes more of those wipes, the antiseptic wipes, and just cleans himself again, cleans he uses that and then he tosses it aside, takes a new one, and makes sure the guy is like, really clean. Is he still awake, or is he just like, what?
You sedated that poor sod because it's burnt by hot laser energy, so it's better that way.
Not gonna lie, this guy is heavy. Can we put him aside?
Sure. 2 more of the Imperial Guard. Just grab him, one under the arms, one at the feet.
Can I try to remember like all the faces of the ones that are present here?
You can certainly try, yeah.
Yeah. So what? Just saying. What I'm trying to do is like I'm trying to see if there is like all of the survivors that may have seen like what has happened in the mines. I just want him to confirm if this thing is related or something. Just stating my intention, so
Okay, yeah.
things might be easier.
Okay. Makes sense. Okay, anything for Kimbria?
Not that I can think of, sorry.
Okay, then Julius, they would actually nod to him, thank him for helping their comrade, and carry their wounded off.
Julius.
While you also see the sergeant approaching you guys.
Julius watches them as they carry the poor sod off. And he continues to, wipe himself clean, this time going behind the ears and those little corners that are hard to clean, and then his glasses eventually. He kind of like does the and spits at the side, making sure that he doesn't swallow any saliva.
Oh, good choice.
So he just like and then does it again another few times, and then wipes his mouth clean with the cloth and tosses it aside. And realizing that he's making a mess, he kicks all of the used wipes closer to where the body of the now exploded corporal laid. Yeah. Just kicks it that way. Fuck. You can audibly hear him say that.
So the surgeon is now here. Is any one of the guards has any of them left, or are they still
Ooh, I have another
just
question.
gather around?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. One after the other. Xanthia
first,
wanted to
yeah.
know if what happens with the guards around.
Yeah.
I mean, there are still some around. You you would hear Raynor command them to. Well, whatever happened here? Get anyone who's seen it together. We want to report. And you over there, get the heavy flamer. We need to incinerate that.
Question, GM, my
Yeah.
coat is bloody. Do I have to get rid of it? Or does it have like some, I don't know, futuristic self-cleaning thing?
It does not have a futuristic self-cleaning thing, so there is blood on it, but you don't need to get rid of it.
So it's fine if it just cakes there and...
Yeah. It's more they want the actual body or rests of it burned.
Is it would I know that if the blood is tainted, I should probably get rid of my coat,
Not really.
so it's okay.
It stinks.
Fuck.
It would stink worse if it was the actual nurgling blood that would be on you, so be happy that it's just usual, good old regular blood.
He waters down his I guess his shirt with probably I assume there would be like a water dispenser somewhere. Or no. No water.
Nowhere around, but you might find a possibility to wash your coat.
Okay. That's all I need to know. I need to wash the coat. And of course, my hair. Because that thing is sticky and it's starting to cake. Making my hair, like, like bundle up together. So now it looks like he has pseudo dreads. Well, I hope the people you talked to didn't explode like mine.
Not really. I still need an explanation for this.
Well, what do you want to know?
What you seen, what you heard,
When I
what is
arrived,
that thing?
okay. He leans back a little bit, looks up to the roof of the tentage. Let's see. When I arrived, I tried speaking to the corporal. Well, I got the usual giggles. And then, in hopes to calm him down, I injected a tranquilizer. It's not as potent as the second shot, but his body started to go into shock. His eyes turned green, which is not natural. And his body started to bruise up from the inside. Starting to turn like bruise and worse. I can assume it started to become like blackish, right?
Yeah.
Starting to turn like black. And before I knew it, I just thought that, you know what, he's gonna die anyway. Might as well just give him a little bit of peace. Injected him with a potent tranquilizer, and a few seconds later, he just and he does it with like the exploding hand gesture. And this, I don't know. I do know it's like a nurgling, right? Or do I just know that it looks like this small humanoid thing that just popped out of his body?
From your warp knowledge and you remembering that it is, you would think it is a servant of the Plague Bearer, which is the name people usually use for Nurgle because, don't say the name because then warp shenanigans more. Use an epithet that's safer. Is it? No one knows, but people do it.
Right. So now that I'm thinking clearly, I assume it's this thing that came out of him probably is influenced by one of the 4 Deities of Chaos. Nurgle, master of rot, unlife, and disease. Do you know them? He looks at the two, not waiting to hear their answer. He just continues on. What?
Yeah, while you say that, before you continue on, you get smacked over the back of the head. Don't use that name around here. Didn't I teach you a lot that using a name like that is dangerous to everyone around?
Okay.
He's right. I was in the Holy Emperor's teaching.
Degrade enemies shall not be named, so call him a plague bearer like everyone else does. And Raynor just turns around again to oversee the incineration.
He leans forward and whispers, Nurgle. Where was I? Yep, it exploded. The thing came out. The thing attacked me. Took a shot at it. I took a second shot at it. It didn't die. And then that poor sod over there used his rifle. Rifle? Was it a
I
rifle?
think
A
I think
rifle.
I see that.
Overloads it. It recoils badly. It explodes in his face. And I tried to help him out by cleaning myself up and making sure that he is fine. Any other questions?
So, in the end, you didn't get anything out of the couple.
I did. But it's who shall not be named.
Well, true, you did get something out of it.
And then he whispers.
Literally.
He whispers, Nurgle influence.
Wait, what did you whisper?
Oh no, you're too blind. Right. What did you guys get? And then he kind of like dusts off his blood cake coat.
Before that, I want to confirm something with the surgeon, since he's here anyway. So, you guys might as well hear the story. And Xantia walks towards Surgeon Reno.
Turns around, gives her a curt but respectful nod.
Sorry. I assume you didn't see what happened around here yourself?
Sadly not. But someone said it was probably warp spawn, so can't take any risks here.
Anyone that's seen anyone around anyone that's here that have the survivors from the shatters?
He looks. Bacher! And just waves. This person, just a bit of dark hair sticking out from under a helmet. In mesh armor, walk over. Sergeant Raynor, sir? This one was down there with me. So, you answer any questions of the lady, and you being thorough. Is that understood?
Sir,
Sir, yes, sir.
you were down there too, right? Sir,
He just gives a simple nod.
may I do an examination on your body?
Not my type to be examined.
Are you sure?
He nods.
So I'm guessing you don't mind if you turn out like Corporal explode to death?
You're talking about Corporal Schmend here.
Yeah, Schmidt.
Show a bit respect. I do mind, but I think it's not really a necessary thing to do.
Well, I offered.
Later, please. Um, so, have you seen that thing that came off the corporal's body? That warp thingy?
The warp spawn. Yes, I have shot at it. As
Do
the
you
rest of them.
recall anything about it? Like, in the shadows? The thing that is in the shadows. Do you think this may be it?
Didn't get a good look, but didn't seem like it. No. Down there, if you ask me, seemed like mutants. You know, humans who mutated. I think that's the clearer thing, but didn't seem like that. Didn't get the creeps from it like that. Just the usual, not feeling like the air is pressed out of my lungs, ma'am.
Well, that's all the questions I have for now. Sergeant Reno, now that my companions are here, would you like to recite the story again? In case they have any questions that I may have missed.
He would just go over the exact same points with the rest of the group.
Would you guys have any questions for it?
Not really. Right. So, in summary, we have warp spawns, probably in the mines.
That we have to eliminate.
Hmm. They're kind of, or maybe we assume that they might be connected to this Brotherhood. Oh wait, is it called a Brotherhood? Yes, Brotherhood of Malice.
Either that, or they're also victims of it.
And
Talking about humanoid mutants.
humanoid
Which
mutants, yes. Do I
may
know
have to be
anything
rebels.
about humanoid mutants?
I mean, yeah.
What?
It's pretty common knowledge around the Imperium that people can mutate for different reasons. Be it, getting a face full of radiation, or warp shenanigans, or psychic abilities. And most mutants are either tolerated but treated pretty much like animals, or shot on sight.
So that thing
Because
inside
they are
of
abominations.
so that thing inside of Corporal was
That was not a mutant. That
not a
was a
mutant.
warp.
Okay, it's Okay.
Warp spawn or demons are something coming from the warp, the immaterial realm that exists around and protrudes through reality, and mutants are just regular old people mutated for some reason.
Okay, so do I know what the warp is?
Yeah, because you have forbidden knowledge, the warp.
Sorry, I just need to
And
confirm.
everyone knows what the warp is because ships travel through the warp.
Okay, so
Guided by the light of the Emperor on Holy Terra and protected by so-called Geller fields, which keeps the demons and the maddening influence of the warp at bay.
okay.
The warp is basically another immaterial dimension where demons come from.
Hmm.
I mean, it can materialize, but let's not get too deep into the warp.
One question. Like,
Yes?
are we supposed to like burn like everything that is tainted?
Wrapped it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
this is
just
where burn the body.
I mean, is it like something that we have to do, or
You don't have to.
oh, okay?
So I don't have to burn my coat. I'll just wash it off.
No.
Okay.
Yep.
I
Okay.
was wondering if we should bring fire down there. Yeah.
I mean, you can always do so.
I mean, we don't really have to, so I guess just normal lights will do now.
Maybe we can ask for a flamethrower.
It could work, but
If
it would be heavy.
I see the two of you as being capable. He folds
I
his
mean,
arms.
we could just kill them with normal bullets.
You've seen what happened to that thing, right? I shot the thing. Just left this kind of burnt mark on its chest. It took
I can't use
it
this
took
thing.
an overloaded weapon to have this thing. Did it get incinerated, or it kind of just folded itself and disappear?
That's the thing, you never know with warp stuff. Some of it just dies, most of it just gets kind of banished back into the warp because it's not really physical, but at the same time it is.
So
It's warp shenanigans, you don't know.
this thing just, I don't know, disappeared. There's nothing for us to look at. So do you still
I
think
can't really
a
use
normal
this
weapon
thing.
would
Sorry.
work?
Just out of character, you all know that normal weapons can kill basically anything.
Ooh.
At least that's what the Imperium teaches you. And yeah. And out of character, you did deal damage to it, just not much because it's Nurgle stuff. They are fucking tough.
Maybe you can get a better weapon.
So what I'm saying is, I can't use this thing. She raises her warhammer and a flamethrower at the same time. So if someone's going to carry it, it won't be me.
Me, as I point to my sniper rifle.
You know what? How heavy is a flamethrower?
The Flamer is heavy. And you don't have the weapon training for it.
Yeah, I definitely can't do that.
I mean, you can use it, you just get penalties for using a weapon you don't know how to really do anything with.
Right. He shrugs and he shakes his bag, and then I can't carry that thing. And then you see, ching 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 ching.
No, we'll just go to the quartermaster and see what they have. But before
Yeah,
that, you should go wash yourself.
definitely. I mean, just look at my hair. It's hideous.
We'll wait for you at the quartermasters. We'll go in first.
Yeah, I'll see you. He kicks the soil, wipes closer to the body, and then
Oh, they've already. You have already stepped away from
we've
that.
already stepped
They're
away.
already, at that moment, while you turn around, you see someone come up with kind of a tank strapped to their side and a gun-shaped thingy, and then just with a flames erupt from it and engulf the body.
Ooh, maybe we could bring that guy.
No, the lesser people we bring, the better.
Oh,
As
worth
I
a shot.
walk to the quartermaster.
Was worth a shot anyway. Fine, I'll find a shower room, wherever it may be.
Yeah, you definitely find some. Probably okay. This is
A
freezing,
communal-
so they put a tent over it, but a communal stuff of wash basins where you can
Hmm.
wash yourself and clean your coat as much as possible.
Yep, he
Hearing
does
a
that.
small clink of the armor inside of it.
Hmm. He definitely does that. He just he takes off his shirt, cleans himself head to toe, making sure that, nothing is left unwashed. And also, cleaning off every bit of blood from his coat. Gotta save water, man. Gotta do two things at once. So he does that. And afterwards, he just tries to what do you call that? Like flag it or something. Wave
Yeah,
it
you
dry.
flap
Yeah, flap.
You flap it to get it dry.
Yeah, as much as possible, and then he looks inside his kit. What do you call this? Mixes an antiseptic liquid with water and then douse it with antiseptic solution.
Okay.
I was getting like this image of like a guy in the shower. And he has like he's like using his feet to like wash his coat while he's like showering.
Hey, you gotta do two things at once, okay? You can't waste water. Water is important.
Okay, while Julius is off cleaning himself, what are Kimbria and Xanthia doing? Are you waiting or are you going ahead and doing something?
Going
I
ahead.
think, yeah, we're just heading into the quartermaster's tent.
Okay. Then you have among some haphazard footlockers and some, these metal closets where you can put weapons inside, and piles of other miscellaneous equipment. Kind of middle-aged, definitely veteran from the fact that he's missing his nose and part of his lower jaw is visible, who is looking up as you enter. Ah, and who might you be?
It's from the Inquisition. Tasked with dealing with the problem in the mines. Pleasure to meet you, sir.
I tell you, it's good that you're in a camp of the Imperial Guard, but usually you don't run around and tell everyone, hey, I'm Inquisition. Good to know, though. I'm Greaser.
Nice to meet you. So do you happen to have any weaponry of the sort here?
Do have some weaponry, but I'll take care of the weaponry for our battalion. Can't just hand out weapons out to anyone, especially when they carry fancy toys. He nods to Kimbria's rifle.
She's all reliable.
Ah, she is, and a beauty. People here would kill for such a weapon. But
We're planning to go into the mines for eradication. A warp spawn appeared in the body of a deceased corporal who ended up in the mines.
You're not making much sense there, but I heard about that just now. Bushman. I was an idiot, but even an idiot does not deserve to end like this.
Yeah. So we're looking for any equipment that may be of use, like lights, for example, rations. Well, you just say you're not handing out weapons, and any other equipment that might help in the mines, since we're not used to the so not landscape, the terrain.
Someone seems to have their shit together. That's good. Okay. Let me see. Before we get to anything fancy, how large's your group?
3.
3.
One was heading this way after a bit.
So he just bustles between some stuff, gets some other metallic parts from a table, and puts their coil of rope, just some stab lights, which are just, flashlights. I will note it down as flashlights. And 3 days of rations and canteens of water for each of you.
Yay!
I can definitely get all of that to you. And question is, you looking for anything else that is, that I could give you without seeming? Anything I could.
Anything that will help navigating the mines? Are there like any
Compasses.
Don't you have a data slate?
Wait, what do you say?
Don't you have a data slate? Is what I just said.
Yeah, for example, what the map is on is a data slate.
Oh. I did not know that was a data slate, sorry.
Yeah. Our character, I'm just thinking about what we might do like in the mines. Well, all I could think of was like
You might as well just tell him just in case. Oh, flamethrower.
Do we have like flashlights or a futuristic
we
version
do.
of a flashlight? Yeah, okay.
I mean, can Julius like come in at this point, or because I can't really think of much else.
Would Jules be there in a few minutes, or
I mean, it takes some time to get yourself
Yeah.
clean, but I'd still say now, to the tail end of them having put that stuff together, you would also join them.
I push the tarp covering the door, the entrance of the tentage, and I look at the team. I see we've gotten some supplies. What do we have here? Hi, Julius.
That seems to be a serve one.
What? Sorry, I didn't catch what you said.
Say you seem to be an assertive one.
Assertive.
Well, you gotta be assertive. I'm a doctor.
Oh, Medicaid. Fine people.
He does not seem actually very impressed.
He doesn't
They're
care.
doctors.
Well, I'm here to keep them alive. Greaser, yes? Sir?
He nods.
Might you have some supplies for my kid? I used some earlier to help one of the soldiers who had his rifle explode in his face with laser beam.
Ah, with you. Taking care of the last burns. Okay. Think I can share some supplies with one of you?
Thank you. I just need some resupply. I need to keep this two safe at least. Maybe some antiseptic liquid, a gauze, cream.
He more or less just throws stuff towards you over his shoulder.
I catch them. Can I catch them?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I will not make you roll for it, don't worry.
Catches them and
I
just
don't know if
like
there is any.
drops it into his bag. Is he carrying like a duffel bag or like a backpack?
That's for you to decide how
A
the
duffel
next
bag, because that's kind of cool. Shut up, it's cool, okay?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Santhia wanted to ask something.
Yeah. Would there be any like poisonous gas or anything of this sort in the mines?
Oh,
It is
right.
possible.
What?
Oh, he said, no,
It
all
is
right. Yeah.
possible.
Hmm.
As far as I know, you don't stay long down there. No real problems, though.
Would this be enough? She takes out her rebreather, or do we need something better for it?
Does
I
it,
mean,
is
if
it,
you want to spend days down there, then you need more than a rebreather. But if you're just going there for a while, rebreather should be fine, dandy.
Problem if we got stuck down there. You got anything that can help?
Julius looks towards Xanthia. Hi. I'm Jules.
What?
He's trying to say that, hi, I can help you.
Yeah, like I'm asking more about like a gas mask or you know.
Is it safe to
Read-
assume that there's an oxygen, like a small oxygen tank in my my advanced medical kit?
Yeah, we have a
Yeah.
rebreather. Don't we have rebreathers? It's fine.
Yeah, but rebreathers don't have their own oxygen supply. But gas masks don't necessarily need one. But yeah, you could
Necessarily
also
what?
go for something like that.
You mean you say don't necessarily what?
I mean, you can wear a gas mask without putting an extra air supply to it. You can also just put a filter in it.
Yeah, I was trying to get something like that. Yeah.
Because if you just want to have a filter, then your rebreather is enough. If you want something with an extra oxygen tank, then
Oh, okay.
So
it also
rebreather
becomes
should be a-
heavier
for-
because you need to wear a full tank of oxygen.
Yeah, I feel like
maybe not that.
rebreather.
It'll be like a liter of oxygen. It's not a lot, but it should help you at least for the first hour or so. If I don't jack the pressure up to 100.
Well, That should be enough for now. Something that we can climb with?
You know, the
Don't we
rope
have a
down
rope?
here.
So more about like I'm not sure what that thing is actually called. You know,
I
the
think I
hammer
know what
and
you're.
nails thingy.
I think I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want the Tomb Raider climbing axe?
That's a pickaxe. Is that not?
That's not a pickaxe. Pickaxe is
Isn't
something
it like
else.
a ice axe or something? Climbing axe?
I think that's also something. You want something like that?
Mhm.
You know what? He would just give you the good old miscellaneous climbing gear.
Okay.
Because I don't have an idea how exactly lots of climbing works, so he would just give you gear that could help with it.
Okay.
Can you
Including
imagine if you had to lay
some
out
ropes,
everything?
I guess.
Like you have a belaying device and belaying pin. Oh, let's not go there anymore.
That is sailing.
You also have belaying gear for climbing.
So, point being,
General.
gives you that stuff, and he would also plant 2 frag grenades with the pin still in it in Xanthia's hand.
Ooh.
However you want to use it, use it. I think however you distribute them, I trust you the most with them.
You guys think we need some additional ammo?
Mr. Greaser, sir. Do you have anything that could perhaps start a fire?
I mean, sure, but question is, what kind of fire do you want to start? A campfire?
Uh, before
And you
we,
know how setting fire underground works, right?
there's a possibility that the cave might collapse on us. There might be some natural gases seeping out.
I mean, more like the fact that you don't have natural vents, so at some point you will just have a lot of smoke connect in and poison you.
Yep. Trust me, you do not want to breathe that in. It's nasty. Have you tried? It's having all
have
this
no.
oxygen out of your lungs replaced with smog and burning dead bodies. Not pleasant.
You have
I forgot to
any?
mention it, so burning something down? No. Especially in a closed area with possibly minimal oxygen. We are gonna suffocate. Do you want to suffocate?
I shake my head.
My thoughts exactly. We'll figure it out somehow. I mean, you have that thing, and you have the smash thing, and if any one of you gets the bleedy thing, I've got this. And he shakes his bag.
Alright. I suggest we get some more ammo, since we are carrying guns.
True. I used 2 bullets. It's a bullet, right?
Ah,
It's more energy
Ah.
from recharge pack.
Okay. I'm probably gonna have this recharged.
it's almost full. Can't really recharge an actual pack, you know. Have a new one, but don't you still have extra ammo on you, all of you?
Just in case.
Two charge packs. Not sure if it's enough.
I mean, if you don't use it, we could just return it.
So you want it? One pack for each of you.
Yes, sir.
I don't need any.
He nods, gets two more of these elongated cartridges, and hands one to Xanthia and one to Julius.
He puts it in the holster. Right.
We just edit our character sheet for that.
Yeah, you both get one more last recharge pack.
Where do I
I
put
suppose-
that?
Do I split the rest of the equipment between us, or
I'd say that's split between you, yeah. Except for the
Okay.
rope. The rope is just on one person. But you have it under gear, which is under your weapon section. You have, for example, 2 charge packs last. And you can just
charge pack.
make that one.
So I put there 2 now.
2 instead of 1, yeah.
Okay.
I think I'll take the rope.
Ooh,
If
question.
someone has,
What's a chrono?
A watch.
Oh, wow, Aka. Oh,
Chronometer.
I'm so smart. Sorry. Ah.
I assume the climbing gear will be on all of us.
Yeah,
Like, each,
you all get a set of the climbing gear.
Climbing
and someone
gear.
has to carry 2 of the flashlights.
Question.
I'd say that stuff, as long as all of you have one, and then you have a one that is additional, I don't care who has it.
Can I
Oh.
ask a question? Is the light source handheld or a headlamp?
It's not a headlamp, you
Fuck.
can clip it on your armor.
Oh, okay, we can clip it on our armor. That's important. Yeah, that's all I need to know. We don't need to hold that because we need 2 hands.
You
Yeah.
don't need to hold it.
We are.
They actually have some equipment that is somewhat sensible.
Okay.
It's not always for the guard, but in that case, they do.
Okay, because if I were to be holding that thing while doing something, I am infinitely fucked. So, good to know that I can clip it on.
Yeah, on that topic,
Technology.
my Warhammer 2-handed, or
The Warhammer is two-handed.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
It's 40k. It's one of these super impractical, huge Warhammers with probably skull designs on it because 40k and Imperium.
It's so cool though. Not gonna lie.
The game is called Warhammer.
Mm,
Wait, I don't get the joke. Never mind.
Never
Putting the
mind.
Okay, so what's the next step for you guys?
Assume we just head down to the mines.
Yeah, please. I want to go there.
I mean, the time of the day doesn't really matter if we are gonna be down in the mines. So, I think we just go now.
Yeah, let's just go. Come
Mhm.
on.
Well, after the 2 of you, strong people.
Is it okay if I'm at the back? As I point to my
I mean,
sniper.
you're carrying a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Sure.
That
I
means Julius, go in the
Yeah,
middle,
we'll go in front.
perfectly protected from. Yeah, that's a good selection of how 40k designs often look. Some of them are understated for 40k, but still, let's just put it there. Julius can go in the middle and has the woman with a warhammer in front of him and the one with a sniper rifle behind. So
This is good.
and he is holding a last pistol. Pew.
Those things hurt though, so it's fine.
Speaking from
It's
a mercy
fine.
main.
Moving on. Source plot.
Okay, so that's all you wanted to look into.
Replenishment of medical
Then
supplies.
I would say that you guys, with all your equipment already on you and your new supplies stored somewhere in bags or on your person, you can make your way out of the camp, the 97th Battalion, and into the small stretch of wasteland between the mines and this place. And you have been told the fighting here has been the thickest, and you can see the signs of this very short-lived and one-sided battle. You have the earth torn up, you have some smaller, ramshackle buildings, probably shanty towns for the miners, obliterated and just in rubble and bent and seared metal, and wreckage of unrecognizable equipment. And between all of that, you sometimes see people in dusty gray overalls sitting around small fires made from, Julius, you'd say something like dung and salvaged woods, and some of them plastic, because from the smell of it, that's not nice fumes. Just looking forlorn, and you see just, they're not looking that good, sitting there in the cold. And they do their best to ignore you guys as you pass by, while the mountains in the distance grow even larger, more titanic, until you...
Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do they lurk? Do they look more worse than the people from the Underhive?
Yes and no.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, Underhive is a pretty big place, so Underhivers has people from looking terrible to looking like Walking Dead, and they also look like they have been laboring hard, not seen much sunlight, not being the best nourished. So you could say, in a way, comparable.
He just shakes his
Why?
head.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Then you would reach the actual entrance of the mines, which is sealed by a huge steel contraption, 30 meters in diameter, held in place by thick metallic clamps, emblazoned to the front with the Aquila, and you can see that it is not opened mechanically, but at that point pulled by 20 great beasts with weird tufts of multicolored fur on them, all harnessed up and taken care of by another person in the armor of the Imperial Guard, who pull this thing to the side. And as you wait, time goes by, and by, and by, and you wait an hour until the seal goes. You hear the echo go over the flat land and look into that huge, yawning, dark way down.
Wow. Wait. How deep is it? I'm sorry. Like, how far does it go?
I would. Can I say something?
Yes.
Jules picks up a rock, throws
Oh,
it
nice.
into the dark.
Oh, that's...
It flies, then at some point skids over the ground, not that far away because you're not that strong. It's not going straight down, it's just, a huge cave entrance going into the mines and a slope. It's not just straight downward.
Okay. Thought it was. I was
It's a
gonna be like...
mine entrance.
Does that answer your question?
Antia turns on her flashlight and just, I guess, strap or like just put it on her armor.
That does answer my question, yeah. At least I won't die a horrible, needless death. Not
That's
for the
great.
Emperor.
That's great, because I don't know the answer to that question.
Are you guys coming in or not?
Right behind you.
One of you should have the flashlights on.
Oh, we will probably have it pinned on.
Yeah, don't we all? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, while you walk towards the entrance, you see the commissar, Aris Nihilus, walk up, straighten his hat. Well, only the best of luck going down there. We will have to reapply the seal. You can message us from inside. We will always have someone out here. But you have seen that it takes some time to open it up. So, be mindful of that fact. We can't let you out quickly.
Get that.
So even if we're going out of here, it's gonna take some time. Good to know. You see our dead bodies, just cook us up and eat it. Free food. Anyway, shall
Don't mind
we?
our my cynical teammate.
Have you seen our rations?
They aren't corpse starch bars.
Not yet.
They
Oh, okay.
they are usual rations, which is also terrible. They look gray and pasty. But better than corpse starch.
We have 3 days worth of it. Better make it count.
Yeah. Ooh, right. Do I have my chrono on me or is it
Yeah.
like okay, good.
It's more like a pocket watch or a wristwatch or something.
Okay, he takes note of the time.
Yeah, it's not that they expect you to be down there for days. It was just to give you
Ample
enough, just
amount
in
to kinda survive.
We can always cover that.
Right.
And while you walk in, you hear behind you the commissar saying, "Well, the Emperor protects."
The Emperor
And I think
protect.
this is where we pick up next time with Kimbria shouting that back.
Shit, I didn't
Because
know
I
it was
think-
12:13.
Yep, and I think if we go through the entirety of the mines, which isn't super huge, but it will still take a bit of time, so we can return to that another day.
Dude, I love the gore in this. A guy exploded. A guy effing exploded.
It is 40k after all.
I mean, in this game, like, people's lives are like nothing. That's like the feel I got there.
It was surprisingly tame.
A guy exploded! How is that tame? That's awesome!
I feel like you got more to see down the line.
What do you mean? How is that tame for you guys?
That is rather tame, given the context of what we watched today. That is very tame.
Okay, fine then. Keep your expectations.
What did you watch today?
Me?
Yeah, because you said what we watched today? What?
Things I should not say on stream. Let
Okay.
me
Oh,
end the
yeah,
stream.
no.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Legends!